Other meal deals leave you craving more.
But wait, there's Marco's.
Marco's Pizza gives you more with our new More menu. More pizza, savory sides, decadent desserts, and more. Starting at just $5 each when you spend $7.99 or more. Try Marco's More menu.
But wait, new breadsticks.
Oh, yeah. Try Marco's More menu.
But wait, new 6-piece wings.
Try Marco's.
But wait, new chocolate Cinnasquares.
We're gonna need more airtime. Minimum spend required. Use code More menu with $7.99 minimum spend or code Get More with $8.99 minimum spend. Tiered prices higher at certain locations. Valid on the More menu only. Restrictions apply.
This is an Extra 106.3 podcast. To hear more live and local content like this, tune into 106.3 FM or download the Extra 106.3 app. Extra 106.3 and a Second Chance Bail Bonds are here to back your blue. Back Your Blue highlights special initiatives, criminal justice programs, and community events aimed at keeping our communities safer. Join a Second Chance Bail Bond CEO Daniel Matalon and host Tug Coward to learn some good news about and from the law enforcement and justice communities. Now it's time to Back Your Blue on Extra 106.3 FM and the Extra 106.3 app.
Welcome to Back Your Blue on Extra 106.3. My name is Tug Coward, along with Daniel Matalon. He is the CEO and president of a Second Chance Bail Bonds and a Second Chance Monitoring, guy that is on the run all the time, man. How you been?
Good. Traveling.
Busy. Chasing horses and things.
Tomorrow.
Yeah, all the time. Yeah. So maybe some people don't realize that your daughter is a horse rider, an equestrian. Am I saying that right?
Equestrian, yeah.
Am I saying that correctly?
That is the correct way.
Accidentally. Every now and then I'll stumble upon it and get it right accidentally.
That's it. Equestrian.
Our guest today, Tahnicia Phillips, clerk of the state court for Cobb County, and Chanae Clemons, who is the clerk of Superior Court for Clayton County. Thank y'all for being here.
Of course, it's a delight.
It's so nice to have you.
Thank you for the invite.
Oh my gosh, you're always welcome. We had talked to Shay Alexander from Fulton County, and she just called herself the clerk of the court. I don't understand the difference, and I'm guessing that people listening right now probably don't understand. Can y'all help us understand why she's called one thing and y'all are in the same or similar positions in different counties, but you're called something different?
Sure. So it is based on the makeup of the counties. So Shay, she has Superior, Magistrate, State. She has all the courts. So that's why she can call herself the clerk of the courts. Whereas in Clayton, I have Magistrate and Superior Court, but we have a separate state court, which is Tiki Brown.
Okay.
So other counties, they have 3 separate, like in Cobb.
Yes. So in Cobb County, we have a clerk of magistrate court, which is separate court than state court. And so we have, the clerk of magistrate court is appointed. The clerk of state court is elected, which is a separate court. And then we have the clerk of superior court, which is elected, which is also a separate court. So in Cobb County, each class of court has their own court and their own clerk of court. And it just depends on the local legislation, whether that clerk is appointed or elected.
How you keep up with that is beyond me. I mean, goodness gracious.
It's a lot.
Daniel.
I can tell. No, it's a lot. These 2 women are great leaders, by the way. They're great.
That part's not surprising. The fact that they can summarize what each of their courts does, what the county surrounding them, just that knowledge to have that, because I mean, my head was spinning. I felt like a machine at Harrah's up in Cherokee, North Carolina. That's what my mama calls it. I know it's Harrah's, but she calls it Harrah's.
Like where's that?
You know Harrah's. You've been there.
Do you know why she calls it that? Because you always say hurrah when you win.
Yes.
And I was like,
there you go.
Good enough, Mama. Who am I to argue?
She's a winner.
It's good perspective.
But seriously, trying to keep up with all of that, it has to be really confusing, and especially if you're traveling throughout the different counties, which in Metro Atlanta is easy to do. You're always in a different municipality. You may live in Fulton County, but you may work in Cobb, or you may work in Clayton, wherever you are, and know how important do you think it is for people to know what y'all just laid out?
Extremely important.
I would think so too.
Shay Alexander, the Madam Clerk, always refers to the clerk's office as the heartbeat. And to me, it's so extremely important that we educate as many people as possible on the clerk's office, the functions of the clerk's office, and how important the clerk is, because most people's first interaction with the justice system is with the clerk's office.
Right.
whether it's a citation, traffic citation, or you're the victim, or you're some type of plaintiff, you've been wronged, your first interaction is with the clerk's office. So it's extremely important that people know who your clerks are, where your clerk's office is located, how to get in touch with your clerk's office and where to go, and be able to access that clerk's office. So
yes, ma'am.
I think it's extremely important.
And to expound on that a little bit, the clerk's office is the people's office. We are the liaisons between the people and the courts.
I've never heard it called that.
Yeah, we are. If you're representing yourself as a pro se litigant, everything you do is in the clerk's office.
Absolutely.
All your documents, your e-filing, you have to know how to operate the court and, navigate the system. And we are that, we are your information spot. We are your hub.
Okay.
The clerk's office.
Yeah, it seems like it would be very, very beneficial. Daniel, would you say most people that you interact with as a second chance know that? Because I'm going out on a limb and saying no.
No, yeah, no. And the answer is no, because, even, so our goal is just to get them to the courts, right? Back to the courts. So it starts with them, and then it comes to us, and then some people use us, some people don't. But if they do use us, then we're obviously part of that process to get them back to the court. Obviously, if there's no human, then there's no case. So it's important. So the functionality of their stuff is important to us, right? We want success, right? So we want to see them thrive, and if we can help in any way, which we don't work for the county government, but if we can help with any outside resources, we absolutely do.
Have you worked with each?
Oh, both of these women?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. What are some things that y'all have worked on together?
Well, it just different. We just had a conference, the conference that you guys invited us to, which was
the Georgia Council of Court Administrators. We had that conference. So that
for Cobb County.
For the state of Georgia.
For the state of Georgia,
Okay.
yeah, which we just participated in with them as well, which was a recommendation on their behalf. Actually, they actually thought that this would be a good opportunity for us, and now we've kind of launched into that world, and we're playing around there now to see kind of where we can help.
So let me get this right, and make sure if I'm saying this wrong, correct me. Chanae, you recommended that they go to a function that the state of Georgia was doing, but it was your recommendation for Daniel because you've worked with them so much. You're like, hey, this is something y'all might be interested in or learn from.
Yes, because of all the networking that is there,
I love that.
And his outreach, he can help so many people. He's in the spirit of helping. So
yes, ma'am.
That put him right in the heart of the court administrators, which are the people that run the courts, basically outside of the elected officials, for the support, technology, interest, things that we can do in the community, outreach, anything that they can assist with us to reach the citizens of the county and get our message out.
Yeah, sure. And Daniel, I know you guys are really heavily involved with the community. What are some of the outreach that you've done with each county? Because I know backpack drives. We brought this up before.
Yeah, there's so many different programs, but anything. We look at it on an annual basis. So we, as a team, look at it and say, hey, this is the calendar for the year. How can we be instrumental and be helpful with these different counties? So we look at it from year to year. So it just depends what they have going on, and if we communicate, we talk, and then it's something that aligns with our core values, which everything does for the most part. Then we help participate and join the team. Has
there been any that you can recall that y'all have worked with in Cobb County that Daniel's been a part of, or Second Chance?
So yes, the annual the sheriff's office has an annual back to school drive,
sure.
And my office this year will be participating, and I think that's something that y'all always do together. Yes,
yeah, sure.
So that's all I can think of now as a newly elected clerk.
Oh, wow. So I didn't know this. Okay,
yes.
Tell me more.
Right.
So
she hasn't even had time to breathe yet.
Yes,
I know, right? I know.
Yes. I have been, what do you call drinking from a water hose for 6
from
months?
A fire hose.
Yes,
Fire
the
hose,
fire
yes,
hose.
the fire hose. So
Baptized by fire.
That's right. Yes, ma'am.
So
Baptized by fire. That's fine.
my office, under my leadership and my new administration, I've been trying to do more initiatives and more partnerships and trying to get out there more. So there will be more opportunities for Daniel and I to work together.
I love it.
My previous experience, 24 years, was in the Magistrate Court. So I have been a Cobb leader, previous Clerk of Court, and court administrator. So bringing that into this role, I'm excited to educate people about the state court now.
Yes, ma'am.
So we are currently working on some new initiatives.
I like it.
So I'm excited about that.
I can't wait to see what those turn out to be.
Yes.
Chanae, what about y'all in Clayton County? Worked with Daniel a few times?
So I am also a newly elected.
Well, let's go.
Yes.
We should have brought. I feel like we should have had ice cream and cake or something with candles and celebrated this.
So yes, I'm trying to get my office out into the community as well because that wasn't a big thing for Clayton County previously, and so I am working on some initiatives with them. One thing I want to do is a uniform drive because Clayton County schools, they require uniforms.
Okay.
And that is one thing we are in talks about starting. I want to do an annual drive because everybody does school supplies. Everybody gives the backpacks.
Yep.
Everybody gives, even technology packages and
but
things
y'all have
like
such
that.
a unique circumstance.
We do.
Yeah, that's awesome though.
Because
I love
those
that.
are required.
Sure.
Right,
uniforms.
that's a different conversation.
Right.
And probably not many people doing that, if any at all.
No. And so that is one of my initiatives I want to do in the community for, Clayton County going forward. Want to start an annual uniform drive.
Okay.
So
What's the uniform requirement there? Because I'm not familiar with it. I didn't know that.
Each school has different colors, but normally it's the pants and a collared polo shirt.
Yes, ma'am.
Khaki pants.
Looking sharp.
Blue or black, yeah.
Yeah, I love it.
Khaki. So I want to provide different colors to the community. So I want to, get a bulk vendor and just have them be able to drive through and say, hey, my kid goes to this school. These are the colors that I need.
I like that.
Something like that.
Like to match the mascot or something.
Yes.
That's so cool. I love that. What did Deion Sanders say? He would say, you look good, you play good, you play good. No, you look good, you feel good, feel good, you play good.
Yep.
It goes right back to what you're saying because I believe that. I think that's the truth.
Yes, it is.
I think when you go to school and you're looking sharp, I guess you just have less to worry about, right? And kids worry about so much right now, and maybe they always have, but taking some of that worry away, I think is a really good thing. When we come back on Extra 106.3, this is Back Your Blue with Daniel Madelon. He is the CEO and president of A Second Chance Bail Bonds. I want to talk to Tahnicia and Chanae about challenges in your particular county because they're all different, and we're learning that here on today's show. We will continue next on Extra 106.3.
Other meal deals leave you craving more?
But wait, there's Marco's.
Marco's Pizza gives you more with our new More menu. More pizza, savory sides, decadent desserts, and more. Starting at just $5 each when you spend $7.99 or more. Try Marco's More menu.
But wait, new breadsticks.
Oh, yeah. Try Marco's More menu.
But wait, new 6-piece wings.
Try Marco's.
But wait, new chocolate Cinesquares.
We're gonna need more airtime. Minimum spend required. Use code More menu with $7.99 minimum spend or code Get More with $8.99 minimum spend. Tiered prices higher at certain locations. Valid on the More menu only. Restrictions apply.
Buying a car shouldn't be a mystery. Hi, I'm Stacey Ellis, Vice President of the Jim Ellis Automotive Group. At Jim Ellis, we believe in complete transparency because you deserve to know exactly what you're getting. That's why we show you all the numbers, no hidden fees, no surprises. We explain every option clearly so you can make the right decision with confidence. And if you ever have questions, we have answers. Our team is here to guide you, making sure you're informed and in control every step of the way. At Jim Ellis Automotive, we don't want to sell you just any car. We want to help you buy the right car because doing the right thing for you is what matters most to us. Experience car buying the way it should be. Honest, straightforward, and built around you. And don't forget, Jim Ellis buys cars too. It's the safe and easy way to get maximum value for your car. To get started, visit one of our 21 convenient locations across Metro Atlanta or shop online at jimellis.com. The quick, easy, and convenient way to search and compare more than 5,500 cars, trucks, and SUVs. Jim Ellis Automotive, where you can always expect the best.
This is Back Your Blue, presented by A Second Chance Bail Bonds, live on Extra 106.3 FM and streaming for free anytime on the Extra 106.3 app.
Welcome back to Back Your Blue on Extra 106.3. My name is Tug Coward, along with Daniel Madelon. He is the CEO and president of a Second Chance Bail Bonds and a Second Chance Monitoring. Our guests today, Tahnicia Phillips, clerk of the State Court for Cobb County, and Chanae Clemons, who is the clerk of Superior Court for Clayton County. So awesome to have y'all. Thank y'all for taking the time to come and explain to people what the clerk's offices do, because as we discovered in that first segment, most people do not, including myself. And Daniel says the people that he interacts with and works with don't often know what the clerk's offices do. So I'm going to present this question because this came up during the break, and that is, people always ask you for legal advice, and you're like, whoa, that's not what we do. That's not what we do, and then they get mad at you.
Right, because we're not attorneys. We did not take the bar. We did not go to law school. So legally, we cannot give legal advice. And a lot of the common questions that the citizens come in and want to ask our staff is legal advice, and they don't even realize it. Because we can be held liable if we tell you something wrong. Even if we say, oh, you signed right here on this document, and then you get in front of a judge and the judge is like, you signed in the wrong place, the first thing they're going to say is, well, clerk
that's what they told me. That's what they told me
to sign here. And the judge can call you into court and say, that's legal advice. Why did you do that? You can be held accountable for that.
Yeah. Do you run into that as well?
Yes.
Tahnicia?
So we get tons of calls every day asking what they should do, what should my loved one do, they're in custody, can I get an attorney? And so you pretty much are just a resource for people, explaining to them what the options are, what your court does, and then if they do need an attorney, referring them to what we call is our circuit defender's office, and they are able to pair them with an attorney that can best help them. But really training the staff to know that how to answer these questions without giving legal advice.
I can only imagine that's difficult.
That's key. Because at the end of the day, it's our name that people are going to remember.
They told me.
Right.
They told me.
And we will be held liable.
Goodness, that's a tough spot to be. I don't know. That's a lot to balance.
It is. And Clayton County, we have a unique situation. Our law library is actually in our same building. And so that is the resource that we offer for the public, because they can go up there, they can access all of the forms, they can get assistance, they can have access to legal aid and all of that, just like she said, with their circuit.
A law library.
Yes.
So it's just a resource for anybody in the county to use that needs access to it. I can go read about anything and everything when it comes to legal as far as the county goes.
That is correct.
That is a good place to start for sure. But I would imagine, Daniel, having some legal help is probably the way to go in any situation that is.
That's what I would do.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, right. You say that with such certainty. I got to tell you, it makes sense to me.
Do.
No, I get it, which I completely understand. Yeah. But that's just part of, at least the way I hear it, Chanae, that's just part of what y'all do to educate the public.
Yes.
You give them that resource.
Yes.
And then, but it goes past that too, right?
Yes, we try to give. Our purpose for being in the community as the clerk's office is to educate the community on the resources that they have, where they need to go to do things and get things done, because a lot of people, can't afford attorneys, and they have to come in and do the things on their own. And they need to know the proper forms. They need to know just education, in the community. And like you said, they don't know. Nobody knows what we do. They see our names on the ballot. They vote for us, and we have to be accountable for the trust that they have instilled in us as clerks. So it's on us to get into the community and educate them and tell them that, hey, we have the resources that you need to file your documents, because these are life-changing situations most of the time, and it's frustrating.
Sure it is.
For the citizens.
To not know.
Right.
Just to not know. Tahnicia, what about the folks in Cobb County? What are some of the resources that is available through your office, and what do y'all do to help educate the public?
So Cobb does have a law library, and we do put on different seminars and educational videos to talk about how to file, where to go. We also have a Cobb 101 Citizens Academy that all the electeds participate in and just educate the citizens that are participating in that program about the office and what we do. Earlier this year, my office partnered with the Magistrate Court, and we hosted a free legal pop-up clinic. And we had attorneys from the community that came and volunteered their time. And it wasn't for criminal, all civil, where the community was able to come and get their questions asked, answered, and they are able to give them legal advice and direct them where to go. I also had launched my Pathway to Justice internship program, and that was reaching back to the youth. So it starts with them and educating them on courts, on the clerk's office, and legal careers in the justice system. So those are some of the things.
Yeah, no, they both sound incredible. Just to be able to hold people's hand through a really, really tough time. And I know, Daniel, that's kind of where you come in.
Well, because I need them to show up, because obviously then if they don't, then that's a big problem for me.
Yeah.
But knowing. Having the right information is important, because if you have the bad information, what happens next, especially like in this court situation, then you got bench warrants, and people end up going to jail, people lose homes, they lose jobs. So that's why we're like, when we're all on the same page, this is a good thing, right? I mean, it helps the flow, and the logistics of everything.
I can't imagine showing up at the courthouse and sliding the paper across to the judge, and the judge saying, I didn't write paper. I can't imagine the panic as a person that already has something chaotic going on.
Well, they change
life.
The dates, and it's not necessarily them. They're only going by what's in front of them. But these lawyers, the defense lawyers and stuff will change the dates. And it's not. I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I'm just saying there's a lot of moving parts.
Right. And you get there, and judge is like, why don't you know what is happening in your case? And there's just a lot, like you said, a lot of movement.
Yeah. Or we may have to have a lawyer at the case, because it might be someone who's missing in action, and we got to explain why they're missing in action, or at least update them to let them know what's going on, so they can make a decision on, are we going to be done with this now? Or are we going to, give you some more time to let's figure out, try to find this person, So it's, it's a lot, actually.
If y'all can forgive my ignorance, because I'm ignorant to a lot of what y'all are talking about. Let's say you get in there and you're stumbling around, you're stammering around, you're trying to do the best you can. You're showing up. When you're told something, you're trying to get it done. But let's say y'all can see that this person needs legal help and they don't have it. Can y'all direct them to like a public defender? And again, if this is a crazy question, I'm sorry, but I would want somebody to be like, hey, next door down, they might be able to help you over there. You able to guide people a little bit? Okay, because that's got to be a good feeling. It would be for me.
Yes, we can recommend legal aid or the public defenders. We can't, suggest attorney, but point them in that direction.
Because let me tell you,
it's normally a randomized process anyway, so they're getting, it's
next guy up.
Right. Everybody has the same opportunity.
Yeah. Right. Like what Chanae said earlier about the court being the people's court, most of the staff are there for the people because they have a passion for people. So a lot of the times you have people who are coming in there for the first time. They know that, and they recognize it. And they are welcoming them warmly and kindly and helping them navigate through the court system. So even on the phones, whether it's on the phone, in person, in the community, the staff, most of the staff I have, they are there because they want to serve, and they have a passion for people. So picking up on something like that would be, it's like
it's
easy.
Instinctual.
Yeah,
I'm sure. Because I remember when I had to go in for a speeding ticket, or I ran a red light, or a stop sign, or whatever it was. I mean, that's small potatoes compared to what I'm sure y'all have seen and what Daniel has dealt with. I was scared to death. I didn't know what to think. I had no idea what was going on. I was like, I didn't know where to go. And then, there's lots of people that look real official, and you're like, I don't want to go that way because if they tell me I'm going the wrong, I'm just saying.
It can be intimidating.
Intimidating is the exact word that I was looking for. Thank you. Yes, that's exactly. It's so intimidating.
Well, and the consequences on the back end
because of
I mean, and I'm just going to give you an example. This just happened a couple days ago. So I have rental property in Florida, vacation rental, and there's a golf cart that comes with the property. Well, a person went and parked in a handicap spot with the golf cart. Well, the golf cart's street legal, so it has a license plate, right?
And so it
license plate. Who do you think the license plate's registered to me?
Right.
So I get this thing in the mail from some law firm, and I'm like, what is this? I'm like, impossible.
I did not do this.
And I was recently in Florida on the golf cart,
thinking,
yes,
maybe.
And so I'm like, do this? And I'm like, I checked the dates. I'm like, okay, it wasn't me. But back to my point. Now, if this wasn't paid, okay, you know what ends up happening? I go to Atlanta Airport to go take off, okay, or to actually not take off because I'm not going to get to take off because I'm going to go check in and then realize that I have a warrant out of the state of Florida.
No.
Okay. And this was the last chance I had to pay it. I mean, this was way past due, but it was only because I didn't know about it, and I'm in Georgia, and dude, mess. So back to my point. This goes back to the clerk's, knowing who to call in the neighborhoods you live in, the counties that you live in, knowing is everything,
Oh my gosh. I was scared to death.
I literally, this was like 2 days ago, I literally was like, whoa. I'm like, this is not good. Like, this literally could have happened.
That sounds like something out of a movie. That doesn't
And
sound
the
real.
fact that you got the notice is important. That's key. Because
which so many
it's
people
so
don't
important
around the country.
That just accuracy of processing citations, paperwork, making sure that the clerks are getting it in the system and the notices are actually going to the proper address so that you can get the notice and take care of it. That is,
and for citizens,
huge.
Updating their address.
Wow.
You would not believe how many people
return to sender.
Move
huge,
and neglect to update their address or change the address on their license.
Which is where we're beneficial to the courts in this scenario, because 8 out of 10 times if they call us,
meaning a second chance.
A second chance.
Okay.
We're going to say, okay, here's the digital profile. This is the new address. She actually moved. She's living with the aunt up in Cherokee County. That's where she's at. They didn't know, and it's only because we're in constant contact with co-signers, with people like that. So there's that relationship and trust factor already developed on our side. So then we can then give them the information if they want it. If they don't, no harm, no foul.
So let me go back to updating the information. What does that mean? Okay, I mean, I know like your license, getting the your license updated. That one makes sense, but are there other pieces of information that people should get updated, like in case something like that were to happen? For Daniel, is that through your office that you would do that?
You can mainly it's with the post office for your address.
Sure.
Now, if you know for a fact you have a case, then yes, you come to the clerk's office and update your address.
There's a change of address form or notification.
Knowing to do that.
Yes.
Right. I'm today years old when I learned to do that.
And a lot of people, people fear the justice system and they don't want their information in the system and all of that. But that small thing can help you so much, because I know for me, a lot of our notices go out U.S. mail. Mm-hmm. We don't call you. We're not going to email you, text you.
Because that's been popping up. You seen those scams popping up?
Yes.
I almost fell for it.
Yes.
I was like, I didn't even write in the HOV lane. What are you talking about?
Right.
So that's I think people get confused because it's easy. My sweet mama, she gets confused. She sees it on Facebook and she thinks it's the gospel.
Right.
She thinks it came from the Lord himself. I'm like, Mama, I don't know. Let's check into this real quick. Let's just make sure that before you send your credit card number and your birth certificate and your and your license number, all your personal info, before you click that link, let's just make sure. Wow. So, but it is confusing. I say that in jest, but it's so confusing because people are used to getting information so many different ways. And you're saying now it's only through mail. USPS.
Yes.
Okay.
USPS. We are not going to call you. We are not going to email you.
Right.
We are not going to now jury. We might text you, let you know when you can appear and things of that nature. But all of our interactions, for the most part, will be mail.
But is that something you probably signed up for and agreed to with getting a text for jury, or is that no? Yeah, because that seems like it'd be like, hey, do you want to know? We'll send you a text, and then at least you're familiar with it. At least you've opted into it, so you can expect something to come from that.
Right. I can see in the future that texting will become, or digital mail will become
for sure
more of a thing.
Well, just cost effectiveness.
It is. It's
as postage goes up.
Sure.
We experienced delays with mail, so that delayed court.
And your email address goes with you. Your phone number typically goes with you. Where if you move, different.
Well, but what we see though, because we have this same challenge right now. I mean, I've probably got over 800 fugitives I'm looking for right now.
You don't know their address?
And I wish I had all of them.
I kid.
But people change. It's just like people change addresses, phone numbers. I mean, the phone number that you get when they come out is literally done could be within an hour, within 2 hours, within a day, within a month, within 2 months. So like someone has to manage that. And when you ask the courts with as much stuff that they already have coming through the door, it's already too much to begin with. Then go ask them to go manage a client base of basically babysit thousands of people. Like you just can't. Like that's not realistic.
That seems
and that's
so
how
challenging.
how the bail bondsman is actually instrumental, which most people don't know.
Being
that's
liaison.
one way, which is at no cost to anybody. It's not costing anybody anything.
Well,
it's
just costing you time.
Well, yes,
and money.
but we're providing a service.
Yeah, sure.
and so
and
forth.
It's worth it. And
it's
the
worth
value
it because you're getting people where they need to go. There's no you can't have a case without the body, right?
Well, and here's the other thing.
I guess you could, but technically,
but on top of that, because it seems so obvious to me that if you don't do those things, it's going to affect you in the end anyway.
Regardless.
So it's almost a built-in
proactive
to be proactive there because it's going to otherwise you're at the end.
Because I don't
you're
want
the guy
them,
losing the bond.
If I know ahead of time, they may not know, but I may know. Like this hearing's coming up in 2 months, and I already know this guy's in Mexico. We already know he's there because we have proof that he's there. So she doesn't know that he's not going to be there, but I already know that he's not going to be there. So having that line of communication and working together on solutions. We've brought people back from overseas. I've brought them from all around the world. It just depends of what's the purpose. What are we doing here? Does the courts want the person or do they not want the person? That's the
Again, question because this is not a question I know the answer to. Is it okay for you as the bond company to pick up the phone and call Chanae or call?
If we're communicating about the about the case is hey,
so
listen, this address, the courts is showing this address is off by one number. We see that type of stuff all the time, right? Where like either the person gave the courts the wrong number, so it's not the court's fault. It's just that's what they were told.
It's just wrong.
That's what was given to them inside the jail when they were being booked in or wherever, whatever the case.
Yeah,
is.
but I'm talking about the dudes partying down in Mexico. And you're like, hey man, he ain't gonna show up to court, and here's how I know. Is it okay that you reach out? Is that relationship okay? Because I don't know.
Yeah, well, because we're connected to the case, right? So
okay.
I mean, my money's now up as for this defendant posted for bail, and now we have an actual,
Some information like that would probably go to the clerks who are in court, who are managing the cases, to relay to the judge. Okay. And then that is up to the judge to determine, look at the facts, and determine whether they will issue a bench warrant based off the information that's been provided.
Okay, so now that adds up. Now that makes sense.
And as clerks, our whole job is built on relationships. You have to have relationships with your judges, the district attorneys, the solicitors, each other, the bonding companies. It makes it so much easier on everybody when you have the relationship where Daniel can pick up the phone and call me. I can pick up the phone and call my district attorney. I can pick up the phone and reach out to one of my judges or their chambers and let them know what's going on. Communication is everything in our field.
I would imagine it's that way in anything.
And that goes into public safety. So having that relationship and Daniel being able to communicate, hey, this is a fugitive, could save someone's life also.
Ooh.
Yes.
So when
That's
you talk about
heavy.
public safety, that is key, having these relationships, because what's good for him is good for us, and it could be good for
the community. Yeah.
And it never used to be this way. Let me preface it. Back if you look back even 10 years ago, okay, when we were doing this, and even back when I started Second Chance back in 2007, this didn't exist. So this was part of the new vision that some of us had for bail here in Georgia, and it just made sense. And look, at the end of the day, no one has to do anything. At the end of the day, we're just giving them an idea based on experience that we've had,
or vice
versa, and they can say, hey, you're looking at this the wrong way. So it's great to have great leadership and people that are here to work and there for the people, and it's just that's a good feeling, and it makes it enjoyable to come to work every day.
There you go. It's like hand in glove when things work the way they're supposed to. When we come back on Extra 106.3 and Back Your Blue, I want to talk about those challenges of your particular counties versus the other counties in Metro Atlanta, and how those affect you, how those can be changed or improved, at least in your view. And we'll talk about that next on Back Your Blue on Extra 106.3.
Other meal deals leave you craving more?
But wait, there's Marco's.
Marco's Pizza gives you more with our new More menu. More pizza, savory sides, decadent desserts, and more. Starting at just $5 each when you spend $7.99 or more. Try Marco's More menu.
But wait, new breadsticks.
Oh, yeah. Try Marco's More menu.
But wait, new 6-piece wings.
Try Marco's.
But wait, new chocolate Cinesquares.
We're gonna need more airtime. Minimum spend required. Use code More menu with $7.99 minimum spend or code Get More with $8.99 minimum spend. Tiered prices higher at certain locations. Valid on the More menu only. Restrictions apply.
Buying a car shouldn't be a mystery. Hi, I'm Stacey Ellis, Vice President of the Jim Ellis Automotive Group. At Jim Ellis, we believe in complete transparency because you deserve to know exactly what you're getting. That's why we show you all the numbers, no hidden fees, no surprises. We explain every option clearly so you can make the right decision with confidence. And if you ever have questions, we have answers. Our team is here to guide you, making sure you're informed and in control every step of the way. At Jim Ellis Automotive, we don't want to sell you just any car. We want to help you buy the right car, because doing the right thing for you is what matters most to us. Experience car buying the way it should be. Honest, straightforward, and built around you. And don't forget, Jim Ellis buys cars too. It's the safe and easy way to get maximum value for your car. To get started, visit one of our 21 convenient locations across Metro Atlanta or shop online at jimellis.com. The quick, easy, and convenient way to search and compare more than 5,500 cars, trucks, and SUVs. Jim Ellis Automotive, where you can always expect the best.
Extra 106.3 and a second chance bail bonds are here to back your blue. Now back to the show on Atlanta's only conservative news and talk station, Extra 106.3.
Welcome back to Back Your Blue on Extra 106.3. I'm Tuck Coward, along with Daniel Madelon, President and CEO of a Second Chance Bail Bonds and a Second Chance Monitoring. Also, Tahnicia Phillips. She is the clerk of the State Court for Cobb County, and Chanae Clemons, clerk of the Superior Court for Clayton County. So we had a fascinating discussion just briefly. I had to reel it in because I wanted you listening right now to hear it, because it's so fascinating. And it's something that the ladies brought up about Daniel and what bail bondsmen are actually able to do. Pick it up there, Tahnicia.
Well, I was saying that they have more power than people think they have. They actually have arresting power, and they have more powers to arrest beyond what the police and what the sheriff's office can do.
And the same thing with Clayton County as well. Is this a statewide? Statewide, okay.
It's a statewide thing, yeah.
And so you could, as the bail bonds, or you could sit, or maybe not you personally, you wouldn't do it, but you would hire somebody.
If we physically, identified someone in a property in a window, let's just say through a window or something, and but everybody's like, no, they're not in there. It's like, no, we saw them.
Yeah.
I mean, we're coming through.
I got a visual fix.
Right, and this person could be someone we've been looking for a long time too, or that has really put us through a lot of problems, But today that the thinking has shifted, because I'm more about how do we solve the solution without violence,
reasonably,
right? Reasonable, right? What's reasonable, and that to me is where we've changed kind of as a society, right? We're not looking for that anymore. So now we're kind of moving to more.
You're not trying to film.
Hey, we're all going to be adults and have a conversation and figure out a solution, and that's more where that fugitive bounty hunter, because it puts puts such a bad spin on the industry, and that's not really who we are. That's what we have become.
That's one tiny sliver.
That's just perception, right? Perspective. Perspective's everything, right?
Let me peel back the onion just a little bit further. let's say it is somebody that you've been chasing for years and you've lost.
Oh, it's going down.
See, but that's what I thought.
It's going down.
So, yeah.
You can rest assured yourself it's going down, and we've been challenged on more times than one, and we come out on top. So, I mean, and I'm not trying to but I do take that personal because it's offensive to the judge, it's offensive to the clerks, it's offensive because they're there to do a job, and they can't do their job because the person's not there. So listen, we're not saying you did it, you didn't do it. It doesn't
need to get you in front of the judge.
We're just right. We're it's part of the system. It's part of what we're doing here, and this is what we do. So we're here to help with that.
Have y'all seen that from your perspective in the clerk's offices where that a bondsman like Daniels had to do something like you'd see on TV? Have y'all experienced that yourself? I know you kind of knew the position, so but you more heard about it. More heard about it.
Yeah, more heard about it than
Goodness, because I've only seen it on TV. I mean, that's all I got. But
it's important that they use their discretion, but like I stated before, if this is a situation where you've got a witness or victim intimidation or threatening someone's life, we need them to go out, and it
could be a split second.
Yes, yes.
Especially in a victim like on a no contact order or something like that.
Is that you mean restraining order? Is that what?
And especially with monitoring, they are paying attention to those monitors if they're going into these red zones or they're going somewhere.
Well, what's a red zone?
It could if it's a no contact zone, if it's somewhere where that person's not supposed to be. Let's just say it's a child molestation case and they're not allowed to be around parks or schools or anything. So imagine that you can't be. So you have to make sure that those zones now become red zones. So if that monitor goes into that zone, now the monitor lights up red.
Mm-hmm.
But Chanae, you can see why someone like me that has no idea about this, and people listening right now that have no idea about this is mind blowing. This doesn't even sound real. It sounds like something you would see on TV, and it actually happens.
Absolutely.
And I'm not saying it happens often. I'm not saying it's every day or once a month or once a year. Once in a while.
It does happen.
It does happen.
It does happen. And there's a lot of negative thoughts when it comes to the justice system. People just don't believe that we are here to help. And we actually are. Even Daniel, with the scenario that you just gave, like for us, a lot of times, like I said, it's the address or that person that needs to be in our court could be incarcerated in Cobb County. And we aren't aware that they're incarcerated in Cobb County. They could be incarcerated in another state. He is there to protect your interests and let us know and bridge that gap, give us that information. That saves you as the defendant, because now instead of that bench warrant, the judge is like, okay, we're going to continue this case until we can get this person out of that situation and back here to answer to their charges.
Goodness.
And the cost to someone, if you miss a court date and it goes into bench warrant status and you have to hire a lawyer to get you back into good standing with the courts, okay, it's expensive. So that's why we always stress people like, don't miss court, don't miss court. Because it literally, it's like a domino effect. It snowballs, So we try to encourage it. Obviously, it's,
Yeah, sometimes
it is what it is.
People can be stubborn, hard-headed occasionally.
I mean, we're just all humans. We've all been there.
Flawed. That's exactly right. No doubt about it. A couple minutes left. Is there anything that you'd like to say about your office or the folks that work with you? And we'll start there in Clayton County. Chanae?
We have a wonderful team of people. We are here to serve the community. My office is built on integrity, accountability, and service. We are accountable for our actions. We are accountable for our responsibility to the community. And we just want to get out there and let the public know that we are there for them and the services that we offer for them. I am trying to get my office out in the county, out in the community more so that we can spread the knowledge.
Build relationships.
Build those
Touch
relationships.
points.
Exactly. Let them know that we are there for them in the capacity of the court, being the liaison between the citizens and the court. So they're going to see Clayton County Clerk's Office a lot more in the community. I have a notary class coming up at Headquarters Library in August 23rd at 11 o'clock. So just to educate people on the things that they probably already have, the changes in legislations that come up that govern the things that they're doing. Like a lot of notaries, with the new law, they now have to log every stamp that they, and every time they sign their name. If you don't know that, you could be held accountable for a lot of things. So it's just things like that the clerk's office, we get out and spread the word and the knowledge to the citizens.
So important. So my wife's a notary. I don't know that she knows that. You know what I mean? She probably does.
Sign up for this class.
Right.
Yes, that's right. Might be a good one to sign up for
It
sure.
is, yes.
Absolutely right. But
We
that's
can get her on the list.
That's right. We need to.
We know somebody.
Yeah, absolutely right. Gonna keep my wife out of jail. That's what I would like to do. I mean, if I can. Anyway, Tahnicia, what about y'all?
I want to say, just echo what Chanae said. Our office is built on integrity, accountability, transparency. I came in with my priorities to modernize the court so that we can be more efficient and just advocate for justice for all people. Trying to make the court more accessible, increasing our budget so that we can get some advanced technology to improve processes, and just educate the public. Like Chanae said, that's key, educating folks on what we do, and that we're ultimately here to serve. And shouts out to my team. They are amazing. I have an incredible crew of managers, supervisors, just the entire support. Cobb County, our police, our sheriff, we all are in this together. It takes all of us, so relationships matter. Thank you, Daniel, and everything A Second Chance does for Cobb County. And yeah.
Thank you so much for being here. Just taking the time out of your day to come help people understand what it is you do, why it matters that they know the things that you're doing. And Daniel added some commentary to that as well. It's good to have this show for reasons just like this, and we just appreciate you. Thank you.
Thank you, and I would be remiss if I do not shout out my team as well.
Let's go. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
Because my managers, my supervisors, my staff, they have, like I said, I'm an incoming clerk. I was baptized by fire. We were all baptized by fire, but they stood alongside with me, and they have stayed the course, and we are all in this together for the betterment of the county. So we are looking to update our technology to make things easier and more accessible for our citizens. So my team is great. My judges, my court administrator, everything, all of the relationships that I've built.
We appreciate them. We appreciate y'all for taking the time. Daniel, thank you for allowing us to do this show. Back Your Blue on Extra 106.3.
This is an Extra 106.3 podcast. To hear more live and local content like this, tune into 106.3 FM or download the Extra 106.3 app.
Other meal deals leave you craving more?
But wait, there's Marco's.
Marco's Pizza gives you more with our new More menu. More pizza, savory sides, decadent desserts, and more. Starting at just $5 each when you spend $7.99 or more. Try Marco's More menu.
But wait, new breadsticks.
Oh, yeah. Try Marco's More menu.
But wait, new 6-piece wings.
Try Marco's.
But wait, new chocolate Cinesquares.
We're gonna need more airtime. Minimum spend required. Use code More menu with $7.99 minimum spend or code Get More with $8.99 minimum spend. Tiered prices higher at certain locations. Valid on the More menu only. Restrictions apply.
Buying a car shouldn't be a mystery. Hi, I'm Stacey Ellis, Vice President of the Jim Ellis Automotive Group. At Jim Ellis, we believe in complete transparency because you deserve to know exactly what you're getting. That's why we show you all the numbers, no hidden fees, no surprises. We explain every option clearly so you can make the right decision with confidence. And if you ever have questions, we have answers. Our team is here to guide you, making sure you're informed and in control every step of the way. At Jim Ellis Automotive, we don't want to sell you just any car. We want to help you buy the right car because doing the right thing for you is what matters most to us. Experience car buying the way it should be. Honest, straightforward, and built around you. And don't forget, Jim Ellis buys cars too. It's the safe and easy way to get maximum value for your car. To get started, visit one of our 21 convenient locations across Metro Atlanta or shop online at jimellis.com. The quick, easy, and convenient way to search and compare more than 5,500 cars, trucks, and SUVs. Jim Ellis Automotive, where you can always expect the best.